Hey guys, Jim Shubin here with ActorFit. I just got back from the gym and I wanted to talk about something really important to me, and that's the plank. I do the plank exercises every day. I think they're so incredibly good for you, especially for us as actors and singers. They're great for everybody, but they're really, really important for actors and singers. I want to go over why I think it's so important, the proper way to do it, and ways to improve your plank time, as well as variations you can do on the plank to spice up the routine so you don't get bored every day. So first off, why the plank is important. For everyone, a strong core is absolutely essential. It goes from everything from standing up and walking, to picking things up off the ground, to rolling over in your sleep and not pulling something. It's an essential part of our body. Obviously, it protects so many organs and everything that we have. But as actors, we do so many strange movements, everything from falling on the ground 8 shows a week to having to fall off a bike, or jumping up and down and screaming, or if anyone is, I recently sent out a video about James Corden having to fight himself on the stage. I mean, the movements and possibilities and things that we have to do are seemingly endless. So having the not only strength but flexibility in that core to move and be able to handle that kind of activity is super important. Not only that, for singers, a strong core is important because you've got the diaphragm and the lungs you've got to deal with. And we all know how the diaphragm works. It's a muscle that pulls down and expands the lungs, which allows the air to come in so that we can sing. When we have too tight of a core and you open up the diaphragm to open up your lungs and allow breath in, you can have a clenching of the abs, which pushes on the diaphragm and forces air out, which creates a constricted sound in your voice, which nobody wants. And it can also cause things like cracking or nodes or any number of significant issues. So the question is how do we work to strengthen and define our cores without tightening it up and causing issues for the diaphragm? The answer is the plank, and I'll tell you why. Because most ab exercises, you do something like the crunch, right? So you're down here and you lift up and down, or you do leg exercises. The problem is that the movement itself, the abs are moving at the same time the diaphragm is, which means they're working against each other. They're not working together. As you're exhaling, you're tightening. So your body begins to create a habit where when you exhale or you release breath as you would when you're singing, your abs tighten, thus causing the issue of the abs involuntarily seizing when we try to reach for a high note, when we're trying to hold a note for a particularly long time. We try to crescendo, decrescendo, any number of things that you would use your diaphragm for. Now all of a sudden you've got these abs working against you rather than for you. Why plank is so great is that the two muscles work together. You continue to breathe while sustaining a held position. You're not contracting, you're not pulling or pushing, you're simply holding, and the diaphragm continues to operate while those muscles hold. So your muscles are getting workout, your diaphragm is continuing to work unrestricted, and it's perfect. It's great. That's exactly what we want. So now let's go over how to do the plank, because I saw this at the gym today, and every time I see it, I just want to go over and correct people, but that's rude, so I don't. I make videos about it instead. Here's what we got. You want your shoulders and your elbows in line. Just like if you were doing a push-up, you want your hands on your shoulders, you want your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Then you're going to bring your legs together, you're going to squeeze them together. They're not separate. They're, cat box. They're together, right? Now, a lot of people, they start to dip down, their hips start to go towards the ground, or they're pushing up like this. That's not it. Notice my shoulders aren't over my elbows now. You want to stay right here. You want to squeeze those knees together, squeeze those thighs together, squeeze the glutes, and hold the core. Now, notice my neck is not tight. I'm not holding there. I'm holding pretty much everywhere else. My knees aren't dropping though. Keep them straight, the legs straight. So the body is a straight line all the way through, just like you would with a push-up. And we're holding, and that's it. Very straightforward. Show you from the front. So you see it's a straight on shot. Elbows under the shoulders, not way out here. Right here, nice and tight and controlled. Legs, glutes, everything, shoulders, all in line. And that's how we do our plank. Now, a lot of people I talk to when doing the plank talk about how they can't get past a certain number. Like, I I can do a 50-second plank or a minute 15 plank, but I can't seem to get any farther than that. Here's some great tips to beat that. This is how I worked all the way up to a 10-minute plank. Ready? When you start your timer, so you're here, you've got your timer probably on your phone right in front of you, and you go on your plank and you hit start, boom, we're in our plank position, everything looks good, we're holding. We're holding, we're holding, we're holding. Looking at it. You're going to want to start to dip, fight that. Squeeze those legs together, those knees are naturally going to want to bend, don't let them. You got to work to create that straight line. Okay? Holding, holding, working, fighting for every inch, and then when you come out and you can't go any longer, it's been 45 seconds, hit your timer, hit pause. Don't erase it, just hit pause. Wait for 5 seconds. 3, 2, get back in and hit start again. Now we're continuing our plank time. So it's going past 45 seconds, it's going to 50 seconds, 55 seconds, whatever time you're at. So you're building on what you did before. You're not taking a full 30-second break because that might as well just be a new rep or a new set. This time we're capitalizing on our already exhausted body. We can't go anymore. Boom. We hit stop again. Now we're at, say, a minute 20 seconds. Our timer's paused. 5 seconds is up. Boom. Go again. Start that timer again. So what we're doing is we're capitalizing on the work we've already done, and we're pushing our body past what it would normally do. Normally we'd get to 45 seconds. But now we've gone a minute 45 in 3 sets, but with only 5-second breaks. So in 4 days, I bet you get to 55 seconds without stopping the first time. And then the next time, 2 days later, you get to a full minute. And you get to a minute 10. And slowly your body's going to build up strength because you're pushing it consistently. You stop the timer, you don't let it keep running. That doesn't count. If I say do a 2-minute plank, that means do 2 minutes of planking, not 2 minutes of timer, and if you happen to take a 20-second break in the middle of it. Okay, so that's how you build up your endurance. That's how you get stronger. I do plank every day, even if it's just for 1 minute, randomly. I mean, what's 1 minute in the middle of a day? It's nothing. Anyone can do it before you go to bed. First thing in the morning when you get up, it's a great time to do it. Doesn't matter if you get a little sweaty or something because you're probably going to take a shower anyway. So great time to do it. Let's talk about a couple quick variations that you can do to spice it up once you get really good at this. Option 1. We've got our standard plank, one-legged. Hold that leg up, or you can put it on the back of the other leg, but this is a great one. You can do a plank walk, where you walk your body around. But again, notice how my core stays on the exact same plane. Nothing changes. Option 2, we can do plank, pushing up and going back down. Kind of like doing a push-up, but not quite. Next up, you can do, let's make sure I got room. You can do opposite arm and leg. Lift, lift. But notice my body's staying on that same axis, on that same level. It's not going like up and down. You can also do same arm and leg. It's a little bit harder, but you can still do it. Whew. Getting the second workout in today. Also, of course, there's a side plank. Really focus on that elbow being in line with the shoulder on all of these. And again, straight line here. No dipping down. It's going to want to. Tipping up. Also be aware of tipping backwards here. You want to keep that right in line. Whole body. You can also do this guy up here. But again, be aware of the tendency to sink down into it. There's so many variations on the plank out there. But it's such a great exercise. It hits everything. I highly recommend you do it. Especially actors and singers. And of course, stretch afterwards. Be coming out with a video for that soon. So thanks for following along. Check out Actor Fit. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I send out blog posts every week. And if you ever have any questions, concerns, ideas on new posts, comments, things you want to see, or crazy challenges that I will absolutely try and probably fail at, shoot them to me. As always, I love comments, shares, likes. Love hearing from you. Thank you guys for following along. This is Actor Fit. Be fit.